Hi everyone, welcome again to my channel. And I'm drawing again, of course. I'm drawing almost every single day. I used to draw every single day, but recently I kind of got lazy for some reason. Which is bad, because this year I want to give my art my all. So I'll have to fix that. But the theme I have for you today, for me to talk about, is the new Silent Hill movie, Return to Silent Hill. Because I saw so many unfavorable reviews online that I was like, I have to check this out myself. I have to know whether it's this bad. And to be clear, I have never played Silent Hill 2 or the original. The only Silent Hill game that I played was Silent Hill F, but I am planning on playing all the other ones too, because I really like horror games. So I'm not gonna be judging it by how faithful was it to the source material, to the original. But it was just a terrible movie. It was just a very, very bad movie. Similar to how I said in my other video that it's very hard to fit in like 4-8 hours of gameplay and like paced exploration of the environment into a 2-hour movie or even 1.5-hour movie. It's just too hard to do, and I don't know, it really felt like they were trying to cram everything in one movie, and I was just sitting there and I thought to myself, actually it should be 2 movies. Like the first movie should be just about James moving into Silent Hill with Mary and finding out this freaky cult thing. Oh, by the way, this video will this video will contain Silent Hill spoilers, so if you haven't watched or you're planning to watch the Return to Silent Hill movie, maybe watch it first and then come back to my video. But yeah, it should have been split in 2 in the best case scenario, but I bet like it's not like you go to someone and I want to make a movie about your game, and they're like, sure, make 5 movies, whatever. They probably have like pre-existing requirements, like, okay, you're gonna make 1 movie and it's gonna be 90 minutes and then you leave us alone, something like that. But if I had to make this movie and I had only 90 minutes, I would have started, like, done this thing in where you have the ending first. Like, I would have shown probably James killing Mary, and then the viewer would have been like, why did he do that? What happened? And then you would have the rest of the time to unravel that mystery, why this happened, blah, 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 blah. Because I feel like, in terms of characters, there were very small amount of characters, which is good. For this amount of time, this was done right. I feel like they only kept the essential characters for the story. Although that whole bit with the guy in Mary's and James' old apartment shouldn't have been there. I don't know why that was there. And the whole bit with James being the God, what was its name? The triangle guy. The executioner, that's his name in Dead by Daylight, I think. I forgot. I'm so sorry, but I forgot. The triangle guy. Pyramid Head. Okay. So that bit was totally not needed in the movie. Like, it is a really... I remember just sitting in the movie theater, and anything that was cool, I thought was cool, or an interesting concept. I sat there and I thought to myself, wow, this must have been really cool to find out in the game. Like this, I bet this was very, very well done in the game, because the whole bit of James finding out and realizing that he is Pyramid Head, the triangle guy, that is very, very interesting. But because they had to rush everything, it kind of didn't make sense to the viewer. It just didn't. To be honest with you all, I don't think that video games should have movies that are faithful to the game, because we already have the game. We don't need it in movie format. I think what should be done with video games is like one of those Resident Evil movies, the one that was happening at the same time as Resident Evil 2, but it had completely different characters. It was just more content for the fans of the franchise. Like, yeah, I didn't want to watch Leon run around Raccoon City. I've played that. I've played that multiple times. Show me someone else. Show me some more lore. I don't need the same thing regurgitated and retold for some reason. Once again, they changed the look of James. Don't know why. I'm pretty sure in game, yeah, he looks way different. His clothes are different, and in this movie he just looked like this, like a leather jacket and like 3 necklaces with like crosses and things, and like curly hair, and I don't know, he just looked really stupid. I don't know if the goal of his look was to make him unlikable, but I didn't like him from the start, and I couldn't feel compassion for him. Same with the scene where like he followed Mary and realized that she was in a cult, and she told him that, oh, I was in a cult, like my father was a terrible person and I've been through all of this and I don't know how to stop it, and he confronts her. He confronts her about it. He's not like, I am so sorry that this happened to you and that you live in a fucked up town where people do weird things to you because they think you're some sort of deity in a cult. He was like, I am drunk and I am angry at you, and we need to move out of this town and now. Like, he had no compassion for her. He had zero understanding. Like, I feel like even like an outside person would have been like, oh yeah, she's been in this situation for her whole life, and it must be very difficult for her to try and leave and leave it all behind, because she feels like these people are her family and they are not. They are hurting her. So yeah, it should have been 2 movies, and I think it should have been hinted more that James was absolutely obsessed with his wife, and all the Silent Hill moments, the creepy moments where his like alcohol withdrawal delirium. And also the sound design for this was terrible. It was so bad. It was as if all the monsters were like going bleh. Like, I believe I could do something better than what they had done. It was terrible. What was I saying? Yeah, first scene, James kills Mary, and we're like, oh, why did he do that? Or even first scene maybe should have been him driving the car into the water. I don't know if this is how it happens in game, but in the movie he kills himself by driving his car into the water and drowning and saying, Mary, I am now ready to die with you. I should have died that day when I killed you. Stuff. Yeah. And I would have started either with that or that, and then the viewer would have been like, huh, I wonder what happened. How did this happen? What brought us to this situation? Yeah. Yeah. there is no point in a movie like that to start from the beginning, because it's just uninteresting. And I would have drawn more inspiration from this movie by Ari Aster. It's called Beau is Afraid, and it's this very long movie about a guy, and it starts out pretty normal, but then, like, you get the basic premise. This guy has to go and visit his mother, and he doesn't really like his mother. And then it just gets weirder and weirder, and it kind of makes sense. Well, it doesn't, but I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't have been just like, oh, James goes to Silent Hill, and it's really weird and freaky, but he doesn't say anything. He just rolls with it. Like, he said 2 times, like, oh, what the hell, or something like that. But I feel like he should have been like, this must be a dream. I am experiencing psychosis or something like that. There should have been a scene where he would have doubted the reality of it all, and then like a monster gets him or something, and he's like, oh, okay, this is real. This is real stuff. Yeah, it just felt really rushed. But I understand that probably they had some restrictions on how much runtime they had and how many movies, but I don't know. I wonder if the writers or directors, no, writers probably, if the movie, like screenplay writers, pitch different ideas, like the one that I said, to the movie production companies and game studios, but they're just like, no. The movie production studios and game companies, they're like, no, you should do it exactly as we said in the game. You should make a copy of the game, but in movie form, but you have only 90 minutes for it. I don't think so. I don't know. I'm just saying what I would have done is the things that I said. I hope this video wasn't too hard to understand, but when I'm pretty passionate about movies, and it's kind of a touchy subject. Maybe not a touchy subject, but you know, just I like talking about it, and when I have a lot of thoughts, it just comes out all at once, and it gets mixed up and jumbled. Okay, well, thank you for hanging out with me again, and see you in the next one.